Mattavilasa Prahasana, meaning, the drunkenness of the buffoon, is a Sanskrit play attributed to the ancient Indian playwright Mahendravarman I, also known as Mahendravarman Pallava, who ruled during the 6th century CE. It is considered a significant work in the history of Indian drama and is notable for its comedic elements. Key features. Genre. It is a farce, often regarded as one of the earliest examples of comedic drama in India. Themes. The play explores themes of deception, social satire, and the folly of human behavior, particularly through the lens of intoxication and foolishness. It pokes fun at various aspects of society, including religious practices and philosophical debates. Characters. The central character, Mattavilasa, is a drunkard whose antics and misunderstandings drive the plot. Other characters include courtiers, ascetics, and a variety of comedic figures who interact with him, showcasing a range of societal norms and behaviors. Structure. The play is composed of several acts and includes musical elements, making it a vibrant performance piece that combines dialogue, song, and physical comedy. Cultural context. The play provides insight into the social and cultural milieu of ancient India, reflecting the attitudes towards religion, philosophy, and the entertainment of that era. Significance. Literary importance. Mattavilasa Prahasana is valuable for understanding the development of Sanskrit drama and the transition from serious to comedic themes in Indian literature. Performance. The play is often studied in the context of Indian theatrical traditions and has influenced various forms of comedy in subsequent literary works. Conclusion. Mattavilasa Prahasana remains an important work for its humor and social commentary, making it a subject of interest for scholars studying Indian drama, literature, and cultural history. Its legacy continues to be appreciated in modern adaptations and performances that seek to capture the essence of ancient Indian comedic traditions. You said. Beginning to end chapter-wise summary details. ChatGPT said. ChatGPT. Here's a chapter-wise summary of Mattavilasa Prahasana. Summary. Act 1. The setting and introduction of characters. The play opens with a dialogue between Mattavilasa, a drunkard, and his friend, who tries to bring him back to sobriety. The setting is a royal court where courtiers and jesters mingle. Mattavilasa is depicted as a comical character, and his foolishness is showcased through his interactions with others. He often misunderstands situations, leading to humorous exchanges. A learned Brahmin and a king are introduced, emphasizing the clash between wisdom and folly. The act sets the stage for the social satire that will unfold. Act 2. Mattavilasa's antics. In this act, Mattavilasa continues to get into absurd situations, often involving mistaken identities and misunderstandings. The theme of intoxication as a source of folly is explored further. Mattavilasa attempts to impress others with his supposed knowledge but ends up embarrassing himself. The audience sees how his drunkenness leads to comedic situations, illustrating the absurdity of pretensions in society. Act 3. Confrontation and confusion. Mattavilasa encounters various characters, including ascetics and philosophers, which leads to discussions on religion and wisdom. The act highlights the contrast between the superficial knowledge of the drunkard and the genuine wisdom of the learned characters. Comedy arises from the absurd debates and challenges that Mattavilasa faces, often resulting in humorous outcomes. Act 4. The climax. The tension builds as the characters confront Mattavilasa about his behavior. His antics reach a peak, causing chaos and confusion in the court. There is a significant encounter with a courtesan, which further complicates matters and adds to the comedic elements. This act encapsulates the folly of human nature, where wisdom is often overshadowed by ignorance and foolishness. Act 5. Resolution. In the final act, the misunderstandings are cleared, and Mattavilasa is revealed to be a fool who, despite his ignorance, brings laughter and joy to those around him. The play concludes with a satirical take on the nature of wisdom and folly, suggesting that sometimes foolishness can lead to happiness. Mattavilasa's character is left in a state of drunken merriment, embodying the idea that folly can sometimes be more entertaining than wisdom. Themes and conclusion. Social satire. The play critiques the pretensions of learned individuals and the superficiality of societal norms. Folly and wisdom. It explores the relationship between foolishness and wisdom, ultimately suggesting that laughter and joy often emerge from folly. Cultural context. The interactions highlight the cultural dynamics of ancient Indian society, reflecting on religion, philosophy, and social behavior. Mattavilasa Prahasana is not just a comedic work but also serves as a commentary on human nature, revealing how the absurdities of life can bring people together through laughter. Its blend of humor and insight makes it a timeless piece in Indian literature. You said. Main characters with significance, relevance, legacy, contribution, impact. ChatGPT said. ChatGPT. Here's an overview of the main characters in Mattavilasa Prahasana, along with their significance, relevance, legacy, contributions, and impact on the play and Indian literature. Main characters. Mattavilasa. Significance. The protagonist and a quintessential buffoon, Mattavilasa embodies the theme of folly and ignorance. His character represents the humor derived from drunkenness and the absurdity of human behavior. Relevance. His interactions often reflect the shortcomings of society, particularly the pretentiousness of the learned and the consequences of indulgence. Legacy. Mattavilasa has become a symbol of comic relief in literature, showcasing how folly can lead to laughter and a deeper understanding of life. Contributions. His antics and misunderstandings drive the plot, serving as a vehicle for satire and social critique. Impact. The character has influenced comedic portrayals in subsequent Indian literature and drama, emphasizing that humor can stem from ignorance. The king. Significance. The king represents authority and the expectations of wisdom and decorum that come with power. His interactions with Mattavilasa provide a contrast between the ruler's responsibilities and the fool's antics. Relevance. The king's character underscores the absurdity of royal expectations and the disconnect between rulers and the common people. Legacy. The portrayal of the king highlights the folly often present in those in power, serving as a critique of governance and leadership. Contributions. His reactions to Mattavilasa's foolishness contribute to the comedic elements and serve as a reflection of societal norms regarding authority. Impact. The king's character has influenced how authority figures are depicted in Indian theatre, often showing them as flawed or disconnected from reality. The learned Brahmin. Significance. A representation of scholarly knowledge and intellect, the Brahmin contrasts sharply with Mattavilasa's foolishness. His character embodies the theme of wisdom versus folly. Relevance. The Brahmin's interactions with Mattavilasa critique the superficiality of learned individuals who lack true understanding. Legacy. The character has become a trope in literature, representing the misguided nature of those who rely solely on bookish knowledge without practical wisdom. Contributions. He serves as a foil to Mattavilasa, enhancing the comedic tension through their exchanges and debates. Impact. The depiction of the Brahmin has influenced the portrayal of scholars in Indian literature, often highlighting the gap between theory and practice. The courtesan. Significance. The courtesan is a pivotal character who adds complexity to the social dynamics of the play. She represents sensuality and the often dismissed role of women in society. Relevance. Her interactions with male characters provide a critique of gender roles and the objectification of women in ancient Indian society. Legacy. The character illustrates the multifaceted nature of women in literature, challenging stereotypes and showcasing their agency. Contributions. She adds depth to the comedic narrative, and her presence helps to unravel the social hierarchies of the time. Impact. The courtesan's character has influenced the portrayal of women in Indian drama, often bringing attention to their struggles and strengths within patriarchal frameworks. The ascetic. Significance. The ascetic embodies the spiritual and philosophical dimensions of life, contrasting with the materialistic tendencies of other characters. Relevance. His presence in the play highlights the conflict between spiritual pursuits and worldly pleasures, often leading to comedic situations. Legacy. The ascetic has become a representative figure in Indian literature, symbolizing the quest for higher knowledge amidst earthly distractions. Contributions. His interactions with Mattavilasa and other characters contribute to the exploration of philosophical themes, enriching the comedic narrative. Impact. The ascetic's character influences the representation of spiritual figures in Indian drama, often highlighting the irony in their pursuits. Overall impact on Indian literature. Cultural reflection. The characters in Mattavilasa Prahasana reflect the social, cultural, and philosophical milieu of ancient India, making the play a valuable source for understanding the era. Comedic tradition. The play has established a foundation for comedic elements in Indian drama, influencing subsequent works that explore the themes of folly, authority, and societal norms. Literary influence. The character archetypes and themes presented in the play have permeated various forms of literature and performance art, from classical to modern adaptations. Social commentary. The characters' interactions serve as a mirror to society, encouraging audiences to reflect on their own behaviors and beliefs. In summary, the characters in Mattavilasa Prahasana not only drive the comedic narrative but also contribute to a broader understanding of human nature, societal norms, and the interplay between wisdom and folly in Indian literature. Their legacy continues to resonate in contemporary discussions of comedy and satire. You said. Analysis, examination, critical appreciation, critiques, criticism. ChatGPT said. ChatGPT. Mattavilasa Prahasana has garnered significant attention in literary studies due to its unique blend of comedy, social commentary, and cultural reflection. Below is a detailed analysis and critical appreciation of the play, along with various critiques and criticisms that highlight its significance. Analysis. 1. Themes. Folly and wisdom. The primary theme of the play revolves around the contrast between folly and wisdom. Mattavilasa, as the fool, embodies ignorance yet often provides insights into human nature through his antics. This juxtaposition invites the audience to reconsider conventional notions of intelligence and foolishness. Social satire. The play serves as a critique of societal norms, particularly the pretensions of the learned. Characters such as the learned Brahmin and the king illustrate how societal status does not necessarily equate to wisdom. The comedic situations highlight the absurdity of social hierarchies and the foolishness inherent in human behavior. Intoxication and freedom. Mattavilasa's drunkenness is both a source of humor and a vehicle for exploring deeper truths. His state of intoxication allows him to break societal norms, revealing the constraints of decorum and the freedom found in folly. 2. Characterization. Mattavilasa. As the central character, Mattavilasa represents the archetype of the fool. His foolishness serves as a lens through which the audience examines the behaviors and values of other characters. The depth of his character lies in how he inadvertently critiques those around him, making him a vehicle for social commentary. Supporting characters. The characters, such as the learned Brahmin, the king, and the courtesan, are well-drawn figures that enhance the play's themes. Each character serves a specific purpose, contributing to the overarching critique of society and its absurdities. 3. Structure and form. The play is structured in acts that build upon each other, creating a cohesive narrative arc filled with comedic misunderstandings and philosophical debates. The pacing of the dialogue and the integration of musical elements add to its theatricality, making it a lively performance. Piece. The use of farce is a hallmark of the play's structure, employing physical humor and wordplay that engages the audience while addressing serious themes. Critical appreciation. Literary significance. Mattavilasa Prahasana is considered one of the earliest examples of Indian comedy, marking a crucial development in Sanskrit drama. It showcases the transition from serious themes to the exploration of humor and folly, influencing subsequent playwrights and works. The play's intricate use of language, wit, and humor provides a rich text for analysis, offering layers of meaning that resonate with contemporary audiences. Cultural reflection. The play serves as a mirror to ancient Indian society, reflecting its values, beliefs, and contradictions. The social dynamics depicted in the play offer insights into the cultural context of the time, making it a valuable resource for understanding historical perspectives. The characters embody various aspects of society, from the foolish to the learned, creating a tapestry that represents the complexities of human nature. Critiques and criticism. Gender representation. Some critics argue that the portrayal of the courtesan reflects the limited agency afforded to women in ancient texts. While her character adds depth, it can also be seen as reinforcing traditional gender roles. The play's treatment of women invites further examination of gender dynamics in historical contexts. Philosophical depth. While the play is celebrated for its humor, some critics suggest that it lacks a profound philosophical exploration. They argue that the comedic elements, although entertaining, sometimes overshadow the potential for deeper inquiry into the themes of wisdom and knowledge. Relevance to contemporary society. Modern critiques often examine the play's relevance to contemporary issues, such as the tension between authority and folly. The absurdities portrayed can resonate with modern audiences, particularly in a world where societal norms are frequently challenged. The play is viewed as a timeless commentary on the human condition, raising questions about the nature of intelligence, the role of humor in society, and the complexities of interpersonal relationships. Conclusion. Mattavilasa Prahasana stands as a significant work in Indian literature, merging comedy with social critique. Its exploration of folly and wisdom, character dynamics, and cultural reflection contributes to its enduring legacy. While critiques highlight certain limitations, the play's rich themes and characterizations invite ongoing examination and appreciation. It remains a valuable text for understanding the intersections of humor, society, and the human experience in both historical and contemporary contexts. You said. Strength and weakness, uniqueness with example. ChatGPT said. ChatGPT. Mattavilasa Prahasana is a rich text in the landscape of Indian literature, showcasing strengths and weaknesses that contribute to its uniqueness. Below is an analysis of these aspects, with examples to illustrate each point. Strengths. Clever use of humor. Example. Mattavilasa's misunderstandings and comic blunders create humor that is both entertaining and thought-provoking. His encounter with the learned Brahmin highlights this strength, as Mattavilasa's foolishness contrasts sharply with the Brahmin's pretensions, leading to absurd yet insightful exchanges. Significance. The humor serves as a tool for social critique, exposing the flaws in societal norms and expectations. Rich characterization. Example. Characters like Mattavilasa and the courtesan are well developed, each representing different facets of society. Mattavilasa, as the fool, embodies ignorance yet brings joy, while the courtesan challenges traditional gender roles by displaying agency and wit. Significance. The depth of these characters adds layers to the narrative, allowing for a multifaceted exploration of human nature. Social commentary. Example. The interactions between Mattavilasa and the king critique the disconnect between authority and the common people. The king's exasperation with Mattavilasa reflects the absurdity of governance, as he struggles to maintain order in the face of folly. Significance. This commentary resonates with audiences, encouraging reflection on the nature of power and societal structures. Cultural relevance. Example. The play reflects the social dynamics of ancient India, addressing issues such as class distinctions and the value placed on knowledge. Mattavilasa's drunkenness serves as a metaphor for breaking free from societal constraints. Significance. The cultural insights provided by the play enhance its relevance, making it a valuable resource for understanding historical contexts. Weaknesses. Gender representation. Example. The courtesan, while a strong character, is still depicted within the confines of societal expectations. Her role is primarily to entertain male characters, reinforcing traditional views on women's roles in society. Significance. This limitation highlights a weakness in the play's exploration of gender, suggesting a need for a more nuanced portrayal of female characters. Philosophical depth. Example. Some critics argue that while the play is humorous, it does not delve deeply enough into the philosophical questions it raises. The comedic situations may overshadow more profound inquiries into the nature of wisdom and folly. Significance. This lack of depth can be seen as a weakness, as it limits the play's potential for exploring complex themes fully. Pacing and structure. Example. The pacing of the play can sometimes feel uneven, particularly in the build-up of comedic situations. Some acts may drag, leading to a loss of momentum in the narrative. Significance. This structural weakness can affect audience engagement, making it challenging to maintain interest throughout the performance. Uniqueness. Blending of genres. Example. Mattavilasa Prahasana uniquely blends comedy with social critique, setting it apart from other Sanskrit dramas that often focus on tragedy or moral instruction. The use of humor to explore serious themes is a distinctive feature. Significance. This blending of genres allows for a richer exploration of human experiences, making the play more relatable and accessible. Subversion of traditional roles. Example. Mattavilasa's role as the fool allows him to challenge societal norms without consequence, giving voice to the marginalized. His drunken state serves as a lens for examining the absurdity of the world around him. Significance. This subversion is a unique aspect of the play, as it enables a critique of social structures through the lens of folly. Engagement with philosophy. Example. The play engages with philosophical concepts, particularly in its portrayal of the learned Brahmin and the ascetic. Their discussions with Mattavilasa provide a platform for exploring deeper questions about knowledge and existence, even within a comedic framework. Significance. This engagement adds depth to the humor, allowing the audience to reflect on significant themes while enjoying the entertainment. Conclusion. Mattavilasa Prahasana stands out for its clever use of humor, rich characterizations, and social commentary. While it has weaknesses, particularly in gender representation and philosophical depth, its unique blending of genres and subversion of traditional roles make it a noteworthy work in Indian literature. Its strengths and weaknesses contribute to its enduring legacy, inviting continued examination and appreciation. You said. Plot narrative styles genre technique. ChatGPT said. ChatGPT. Mattavilasa Prahasana, attributed to the playwright Vatsalasharma, is an exemplary work in the field of Sanskrit literature, notable for its engaging plot, distinctive narrative styles, and innovative techniques. Below is an analysis of its plot, narrative styles, genre, and techniques. Plot. Mattavilasa Prahasana follows the misadventures of the protagonist, Mattavilasa, who is a comedic figure representing the archetype of the fool. The plot unfolds as follows. Exposition. The play opens with Mattavilasa, a drunken fool, encountering a learned Brahmin and a king. The initial interactions set the stage for the comedic misunderstandings that follow, introducing key themes of folly versus wisdom. Rising action. Mattavilasa's antics escalate as he challenges societal norms and engages in humorous exchanges with the learned Brahmin, who is depicted as pretentious and overly confident. The folly of the learned is juxtaposed against the simplicity of the fool, creating comedic tension. Climax. The climax occurs when Mattavilasa's antics lead to a series of absurd situations, culminating in a public spectacle that showcases the foolishness of the societal elite. His drunkenness allows him to speak truths that others cannot, revealing the absurdity of social hierarchies. Falling action. As the consequences of Mattavilasa's actions unfold, the characters begin to confront their own foolishness. The king and the Brahmin must reckon with their pretensions in light of the folly presented by Mattavilasa. Conclusion. The play concludes with a resolution that emphasizes the theme of wisdom found in folly. Mattavilasa, despite his drunkenness, emerges as a figure of insight, leaving the audience with reflections on the nature of intelligence, societal roles, and the human condition. Narrative styles. Dialogue-driven. The play is primarily composed of dialogue, employing witty repartee and clever wordplay to convey humor and philosophical insights. The interactions between characters are lively and engaging, drawing the audience into the comedic situations. Farce. The narrative employs farcical elements, characterized by exaggerated situations and physical comedy. The absurdity of the characters' circumstances amplifies the comedic impact, making the play entertaining while also delivering deeper social commentary. Direct address. Characters occasionally address the audience directly, breaking the fourth wall. This technique enhances engagement, allowing the audience to reflect on the absurdities of the plot and the characters' behaviors. Genre. Comedy. Mattavilasa Prahasana is primarily a comedic play, focusing on humor derived from folly, misunderstandings, and social critique. It blends elements of slapstick and wordplay, creating a lighthearted yet thought-provoking narrative. Satire. The play serves as a satire of societal norms and the pretensions of the learned class. Through its comedic lens, it critiques the absurdities of social hierarchies and the foolishness of human behavior. Social commentary. While it is a comedy, the play also functions as a vehicle for social commentary, reflecting the cultural and societal dynamics of ancient India. It provides insights into issues of class, knowledge, and human nature. Techniques. Use of irony. The play employs irony to highlight the contrasts between characters. For instance, Mattavilasa, the fool, often speaks the most profound truths, while the learned Brahmin is depicted as foolish despite his knowledge. This irony is a central technique that enhances the humor and social critique. Exaggeration. Exaggeration is a key technique used to amplify the comedic aspects of the play. The characters' traits, such as the Brahmin's pompousness and the king's frustration, are exaggerated to create humor and highlight their absurdity. Playfulness with language. The dialogue is rich with puns, wordplay, and clever repartee, showcasing the playwright's skill in manipulating language for comedic effect. This playful use of language adds depth to the humor while allowing for philosophical reflections. Symbolism. The characters and their interactions often symbolize broader societal issues. For example, Mattavilasa's drunkenness represents a form of liberation from societal constraints, while the learned Brahmin symbolizes the folly of pretension. Conclusion. Mattavilasa Prahasana is a remarkable work that combines an engaging plot with distinctive narrative styles and innovative techniques. Its classification as a comedy and satire allows it to serve as both entertainment and social critique, making it a significant contribution to Sanskrit literature. Through its clever use of humor, dialogue-driven narrative, and effective techniques, the play continues to resonate with audiences, inviting reflection on the complexities of human nature and societal norms. You said. Contribution to world literature. ChatGPT said. ChatGPT. Mattavilasa Prahasana makes significant contributions to world literature, particularly in the context of Indian drama and comedic literature. Its impact can be seen through various aspects, including thematic depth, narrative techniques, and cultural representation. Here are some key contributions. 1. Exploration of human nature and folly. Insight into human behavior. The play delves into the complexities of human nature, especially the follies and absurdities inherent in societal roles and structures. Through the character of Mattavilasa, the fool, the play highlights how folly can often reveal deeper truths about society and human behavior. Universal themes. The exploration of themes such as ignorance, wisdom, and the absurdity of social hierarchies resonates with audiences beyond the cultural context of ancient India. This universality contributes to its relevance in world literature. 2. Influence on comic tradition. Foundation of comedy. Mattavilasa Prahasana is an early example of the comedic tradition in Indian literature, showcasing techniques that would influence subsequent comedic works. Its use of farce, irony, and wordplay laid the groundwork for future playwrights and authors in various literary traditions. Integration of satire. The play's blend of humor with social critique serves as a precursor to later satirical works in both Indian and global literature. It demonstrates how comedy can be an effective vehicle for addressing serious societal issues, a technique adopted by numerous playwrights and authors worldwide. 3. Cultural representation and reflection. Cultural insights. The play provides a rich portrayal of ancient Indian society, including its customs, values, and social dynamics. This cultural representation enriches the global understanding of Indian history and literature. Cultural exchange. As one of the few surviving Sanskrit plays, Mattavilasa Prahasana contributes to the broader tapestry of world literature by allowing contemporary audiences to engage with Indian cultural narratives. This fosters cross-cultural appreciation and understanding. 4. Narrative techniques and styles. Innovative use of language. The play's clever wordplay, puns, and dialogue-driven narrative exemplify a high level of linguistic creativity. This innovation in language influences how humor and dialogue can be employed in theatrical works globally. Engagement with philosophy. The incorporation of philosophical discussions within a comedic framework reflects a unique narrative style that encourages audiences to ponder complex ideas while enjoying the humor, influencing future literary forms. 5. Legacy and influence on future literature. Impact on Indian theatre. Mattavilasa Prahasana has influenced Indian theatre by establishing conventions for comedic plays, including character archetypes and narrative structures. Its legacy continues to be felt in modern Indian dramatics. Inspiration for global playwrights. The themes and techniques of Mattavilasa Prahasana have inspired playwrights around the world. The play's exploration of societal norms through humor can be seen in the works of various comedic playwrights, from Molière to Shakespeare, and even contemporary figures. Conclusion. Mattavilasa Prahasana stands as a vital contribution to world literature, offering insights into human nature and societal norms through its comedic narrative and cultural representation. Its influence on the comedic tradition, engagement with philosophical themes, and legacy in Indian theatre solidify its place in the global literary canon. The play continues to resonate with audiences today, illustrating the timeless nature of its themes and the universality of its humor. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.